like around LA and Hollywood, everyone's kind of talking about you at the moment. You're a bit of a buzz name. How has that sort of happened? Kind of overnight, people are really interested in a lot of the things that you're doing.
A lot of favors for people, a lot of handouts, everything like that. That works really well.
What sort of handouts are we talking about?
Oh, we can't talk about that right now.
Love it, love it. So what advice would you give to someone that is wanting to pursue a career as a director and is not sure where to begin, how to start?
Watch lots of movies, get out there and keep writing and creating projects, and get out there and make your own little shorts, do everything you can with, even with a cell phone, just keep getting out there and keep creating stuff.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a director growing up?
I always knew I wanted to make films since I was a little kid. I didn't think it was possible, but I always wanted to do it, so yeah.
And sometimes, writers, it takes a really long time to get things off the ground. Do you find that if you do it quickly, it actually ends up better than when you take your time, or what do you think about all that?
I think it just depends on the project. Sometimes the writing just comes out really fast to you, and other times it takes a long time when you have to really process it and so forth. So I think it's a case-by-case basis. But there have been projects where the writing almost did itself, and there are projects where it just went on and on and on, especially when there's script notes to go back and forth.
Cool. Okay, yeah. And then they always say if you want something done, give it to a busy person. Right. So what about if you've got a deadline, like it's Friday and Monday morning at 9 o'clock, they want to see the script in full?
Yeah, sometimes you have to do what you have to do to get the project out there, and that includes if you're working all night around the clock throughout the weekend, then you do it. So.
But do you find that mad rush, that pressure of knowing you have to perform within 48 hours, that produces better results than having, say, a year to write something? Or
sometimes, yes, very much so. It can really force you to have to stay there, because it's a lot of the writing is actually forcing yourself to sit down and actually do the work. And so when that extreme deadline happens, you're under a pressure cooker. You definitely have to do that. So
that's why so many people in college, they leave their assignments at the last minute. I know I used to, because then it forces you to get it done.
Exactly, very much so.
So why do you think that in particular you're so good at writing crime and drama? Are you a dramatic man? Have you committed many crimes? Why are you so good at it?
I'm a thug. I basically am a thug, and I definitely love to do a lot of crimes on the side, so I've learned my crimes out. No, I just always had a fascination towards crime and that sort of genre and everything like that, so that's what I found always fascinating to do.
And it's interesting because we're in LA, so we're in a bit of a spiritual town, because a lot of people sometimes say that they, as you said, the words come out of you naturally, like they just come. Do you think that that's something supernatural, that something's giving you the message, or do you just think that's a crock of shit?
I think that's a crock of shit, personally.
Because a lot of people do that. They think it's, something bigger than them's telling them, someone from the other side, perhaps.
Absolutely. No, I mean, sometimes it just comes naturally and comes magically, and other times you just have to really pull from inside to get it out. So.